Hello everybody and welcome back to Cooking with Camp Counselors. My name is Madeline and I'm here again with my sister, Megan! And today we're going to be making two different kinds of mini pot pies. So the recipe that I'll be showing you today is going to be a chicken pot pie. So for this recipe you're going to need a can of biscuits, 1 cup of chicken, 1 cup of mixed vegetables, and a can of cream of chicken soup. And for Megan's recipe,
you're going to need flour, brown sugar, cinnamon, butter, 3 to 4 apples, and a can of biscuits as well, because we're going to be making mini apple pies.
So I think since we're baking today, we need some aprons. Let's go ahead and jump into those. Alright, now that we have our aprons on, let's go ahead and get baking. Okay, so we're going to start out first with my recipe being the chicken pot pie, and the first step to this is going to be preheating your oven to 375 degrees. You need this temperature for both the chicken pot pies and the apple pies Megan is making, so you can just leave it there if you're making both of them. So the first step to making your filling is going to be 1 cup of chicken. We're using rotisserie chicken. You guys can use leftover chicken or whatever you have. Just make sure that it's pre-cooked because we don't need any raw chicken in this today. Next, you're going to take your mixed vegetables. We have mixed veggies. You guys can use whatever vegetables you like. And we're going to measure out 1 cup of those. And then that goes right in the bowl with the chicken. And then lastly, you're going to need 1 can of cream of chicken soup just added into the bowl as well. So just go ahead and put this in here. And then you're just going to stir this all together until it's nicely combined. Okay, once your filling is all mixed up, it's time to head to our biscuit steps. You guys are going to need a muffin tin for this, and then your can of biscuits. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that stuff, and then we'll jump right into the next step. Alright, so for our next step, you guys are going to need your muffin pan, your can of biscuits, and then a spoon to use in your filling. So the first step is going to be to open up your can of biscuits, because you're going to be placing them into this muffin tin. So you're going to go ahead and peel the wrapper, just like it says. And then you're going to go ahead and press it to the seam, and your biscuits will be right there. So you're going to take your biscuits, you're going to put one into your muffin pan, in each one of the little holes. There should be 8 biscuits, that's what this makes, is 8 mini pot pies. So just go ahead and put those all in the pan, and then you're going to go ahead and press them out so that way they make a nice little crust along the side of your pan. And if you don't have a non-stick pan, I would recommend greasing it. Ours is non-stick, so they should be okay. So just go ahead and press out so there's a little divot in the middle to fill with your filling. Okay, so once you have all your biscuits pressed out with the divot in the middle, you're going to go ahead and take your filling and put about 2 tablespoons into each little muffin. Okay, once you have all these filled up, you're going to place them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until the pastry is all nice and cooked, and then your inside filling is all nice and bubbly. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the oven, and Megan's going to show you how to make her recipe.
Okay, boys and girls, so we're going to jump into that first step of making our mini apple pies. And for this step, you're going to need your 3 to 4 apples, which currently I only have 3, and I have a 4th one standing by if we need more apple in our pies. Then we have our sugar mixture, which is 1 tablespoon of flour, and the oven is ready. Then we have 1 tablespoon of flour, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So that's already pre-mixed and ready to go. So we're gonna get started with peeling our apples. Now, when you peel an apple, you're gonna wanna peel away from you. Never peel towards your thumb because you can cut yourself, okay? So you go very carefully. Alright, so now that those apples are peeled and ready to go, we are going to clean up our mess. Now you can peel these over the trash can to make it easier. I chose to peel them over the cutting board. Alright, so now that they're all peeled, we're going to get to cutting them up into small bite-sized pieces. So you're going to take a butter knife. You can use a sharper knife as long as you ask for permission from your parents. So right now I'm going to use a butter knife. You're just going to cut down the side. Like so. Alright, and then you are going to cut into smaller pieces. Alright, so then you're going to cut it this way, so then they're small, bite-sized little chunks. Just like that. And we'll move these apples out of the bowl, so then we can put this part of the apple in. So there's that. Then you're going to keep doing that on all sides of the apple. Alright, so now that these are all cut up, we're going to go ahead and add them to a big bowl. So, go. Alright, so now that they're in a big bowl, you're going to take your sugar mixture, which I talked about earlier. You're going to go ahead and add that right to the apples. Alright, and then you're going to take a fork or anything to stir it, and you're going to stir it and make sure all the apples get coated in it. Alright, so this is going to be your apple pie filling. Now you're going to give it a minute or two to just sit and absorb the sugar, and then we're going to go straight into making our pies. Okay, boys and girls, so the next step to making our apple pies is going to be using the biscuits, okay? So what you're going to do, just like in the pot pie recipe, the chicken pot pie recipe, you're just going to unwrap it. Unwrap it, just like we did before. You're going to push on the seam, and there's your biscuits. Alright, so then you're going to put one in each little cup. There we go. And then you're going to press them around the cups just like we did for the chicken pot pie. Alright, so now we have a place for our apple pie filling to set. So now we're gonna take and fill each cup with some apples. Alright, I'm gonna switch to a spoon because it will be easier to fill. and if you guys do have some extra apples left, you can put some Quick Oats right on top and microwave it, and then you can have your own apple crisp. So I think these are about as full as we can get them for now, so I might as well just go do that. And then we are going to move on to our next step. Alright, and that is going to be putting a crumb topping on it. Now this crumb topping, as you can see, I already measured out the ingredients. It is a tablespoon of butter, a tablespoon of flour, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. So you're gonna go ahead and mix that up. I'm gonna just move these aside momentarily. Now this can be a messy process, so be careful. And as always, when Megan's in the kitchen, there's always a mess. So you're just going to want to incorporate the butter in with all these ingredients. Again, it is sort of a difficult process. You can put it in a larger bowl if that'll make it easier for you. But yeah, just do what's easiest for you. So you're just going to want to mush the butter around just like so. Alright, now I'm going to get that spoon back. Alright, and so then you're going to spoon a little bit of crumb topping over the apples on each pie. Alright, so there you go, and we will add those to the oven with the chicken pot pies as well. Again, cook them at the same temperature, 375, and we will get right back to you.
Alright guys, we finished our little pies, so here's mine, the lovely chicken pot pie, and then Megan has hers. They both look amazing. Right now they're too hot to eat, so we're going to go ahead and let these cool down before we give them a try. And if you guys made these recipes, go ahead and post it to our Facebook or email it to us. We'd love to see what you guys made. So we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye! You gonna eat dessert before you eat pot pie?
Always.
This actually tastes really good. I just tried a little piece of it.
Hey, the apples?
I'm gonna make a mess. I should
Wow,
probably
that
put
looks
it
really
before.
hot.
Yeah, it is pretty hot.
I want to do that too.
Wow, yours looks like all steamy too.
Well, I mean, they did come out of the same oven, so
You're not wrong. Do you hear the dog upstairs?
yeah. Oh, I almost lost him. Ain't that hot?
Yeah, not really.
It looks hot.
What are we gonna do with the rest of these?
Look at the dog.
What about our sisters?
I mean, like, I guess.
They probably need some dinner too. Man, this is really good.
Let's just say, wow. These are incredible.
Maybe we should share.
Probably not.